Well, hello there, YouTube. Is that thing not just absolutely insanely cool looking? Even though it's got little mud splatters all over it. Holy moly. Even dirty, that thing is sexy as holy heck. But this is my first ride on this thing since I brought it home. For some reason I thought I had the Velcro kind of preset on this. I'm used to using my motocross gloves at work. Man, is that thing not pretty. Uh-oh. My sternum strap. I'm using that climb. Ooh, look at that. I can slide. Ooh, that's real nice. I love having the adjustability on the sternum strap as well. But anyway, this is the first ride since I rode it home. I'm kind of doing a daily vlog along with the ride here. And I was saying in that I'll have to look up and see when the last time it was I rode this thing. It's like shit, I forgot my glasses too. Hang tight here a moment. Alright, got my eyeballs in check. So one thing I always forget, I do this every time. I'm wondering, you know, what's the highway gonna look like? You know, is it still wet? Because, you know, in areas where there's a lot of trees and stuff, it takes forever to dry. And this little thing right here is what slings more mud on the wheels than any other part, and there's like no way of avoiding it. And it'll because I'm straddling it, it'll bottom out as well. Ooh, I can see snow in the foothills there around St. Helens as well. Ooh, feels good to get on the Spyder. Oh man, I love that blacked out windshield framework there. I gotta relearn where all the little happy spots are for my shield opening. Every bike kind of has its own little nuances, you know. It almost feels, I don't know who that was, but they were just waving away there, weren't they? Almost feels guilty to be out here riding a motorcycle in 50-degree weather when, geez, almost all of the northeast coast is probably still feet under snow. Man, that's crazy. And it's not only that's the one that's making the biggest news, but you gotta remember, you know, all the way down in, you know, Tennessee and Georgia and all those southern states got blasted as well. So what I was thinking, there's a little runoff down here. Hell, I could probably even do it from right there. Remember I took you guys out and you can see where they cut. I thought the road, it eroded away, and it actually just kind of cut it away. But from this little landing here, I was thinking might be a good spot. But I'm likely to get, you know, I think there's 1 or 2 farms down here. I just want to see what my vantage point is down here and if it's worth trying to fly from. Yeah, see, there's the river right there. I could make it out to the river and still see the aircraft, but at the same time, I don't want to fly over someone's house, you know, and upset them, because we're not technically supposed to fly over private property. fly straight out, look over the river there and come back. It would be beautiful. But I guess I need to see where the airport is from here too, because I may be in the range of the Toledo airport. But anyway, maybe we'll give that a shot. What y'all think? The other thing I was thinking of is parking over there and flying out of that, but have a little less of a good view from there. Gotta be legal. I don't want to be one of the people escalating the shit going on against these drones. So anyway, I'm gonna bounce out for now. We'll talk to you here in a bit. Anything I do here will show up on the daily vlogs, the other channel. It's called the Smokes Vlogs, if you guys haven't stumbled across that yet. But for now, I'm bouncing. We'll see ya. I'm back. I made a flight, but I didn't I went to altitude so you can see the river out there. The river's all muddy anyway. I get out there and I can see it through the, obviously you can see it with the iPhone, but I could see that it was all muddy. Wasn't thinking about all the torrential rains we've had here lately. But anyway, looking at the map where I'm at, I'm okay as far as the airport, but if you zoom in, it looks like I'm flying towards it when I go, if I went the trajectory that I wanted to. And as I'm looking at the map, some elderly gentleman comes pulling in to go down into those farms down there and asked me if I needed any help. And I said, no sir, I'm just enjoying the view. And he just kind of stood there for a second and he goes, you don't have any business down here. I said, all right, I'm gone. There's no private property. There's nothing there. He said they had people dumping things and stuff out there. And I go, well, you know, I wasn't trying to be a smart ass or anything. I said, well, obviously I don't have enough room to carry any junk to dump out here. And then he tells me maybe I shouldn't dress all in black and people wouldn't be so suspicious. I told you, there's something about the flat black of something that just sets people off. Didn't I warn you? The iron, the street glide, you get glares, you get, you know, a lot of the guys give you a thumbs up and, you know, waves or whatever, and then you get, you know, the non-motorcycle people, not to, you know, profile someone, but, you know, people that aren't around motorcycles, you know, they see a flat blacked out bike and it looks like some, oh, look at that, they cleared that out. Looks like somebody, you know, rattle canned the bike with some kind of black primer and went off. Trying to hide their stolen bike or something, you know. And I go, no problem sir, I was just leaving. I said I got my eye full, so I just rolled around up top, up by the cemetery there, and took off out of that. But anyway, I did get a flight in. It wasn't where I wanted to go because I got chicken, plus I didn't know where that gentleman was going, and knowing my luck, I'd fly right over the top of his house. I got close to one house, but I was at an altitude and a distance. It's deceiving how far away you are, because even when I flew back to myself, it's you know, even though I'm well within legal height limits, it's amazing how far up that thing is, what a speck that thing looks like in the sky. Well, we are down here at the Meekler Road Bridge area. Now my fear is there's a bunch of people down here, and I'm just not comfortable. Oh snap, there is too. Oh hell, there's a ton of people down here. Well, that bags that idea. Man, that's some running water out there now. That old bridge, she's looking kind of covered now, isn't she? One of these guys has some big old dogs that bark. Oh, look at that. That's just soppy mud. Well, son of a gun. It just seems like a fishing day. Does it not have that feeling that he's kind of, you know, oh, look at look, there's a train going south and there's one coming north. You can see the headlights of it. You can see the, oh, you're never going to see it. Oh, that was the last car on the southbound. Here's the northbound going by. Ah, you never see that from here. But that's really cool. Oh, look at the American flag out there on that building. That's kind of cool. Why it's laying sideways like that. It's got that wintry dredge look to it. But I don't care. It's stunningly beautiful to me. You know, I just thought I'm just literally going to run out of light. I was going to say, I could actually go from the edge of that thing and I can fly to the Meekler Bridge from there. But it would be, she'd probably be out of my sight. I'd have to FPV it. That's not legal. They put all the barriers up and people just make another path to go down there. Wonder what kind of ticket you'll get if you got caught down there. But look, they just rut in new paths. Them fishermen say, you ain't gonna stop me, I'm coming down here. Well, you know, it probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal until they, you know, people started dumping garbage down there, which some old guy was kind of hinting that might be what I'm doing, or maybe he's just using that as an excuse. But, I was going to fly in a different spot. Kind of had an encounter, just in case I don't use that in the vlog. But wintry look or not, I think it's gorgeous out here. I'm really bummed. I could probably go to the other side of the Meekler Road, but one, I'm going to run out of light, and two, that would require flying out through some trees, which I'm not too worried about that really, but you know what I'd really like to do? I'd like to fly over that godforsaken pit they've got going out there. See what the heck they're doing in there. I can guarantee you that would somehow get me in trouble. Whatever, it's got to be some kind of mining thing. It's really scary to think that there's probably all kinds of tunnels and caverns and stuff going on underneath where I'm at right now. You just wouldn't believe the dirt coming out of that thing. I mean, it literally has to be a mining operation of some sort. Who knows what they're pulling out of there? Hell, they could be pulling coal out of that thing as far as I know. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All those Sterlings. Oh, snap. That's gorgeous. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're everywhere out here in these trees. Yeah, that's little starlings. Well, not much of a flight video here, is it? Oh, look at that. The sun broke back out. Is that... Look how muddy and dead everything looks, though. I don't care, man. That sun's out. It just feels wonderful. It's really cool when you get a, you know, sun coming, you know, light coming from behind you, and in the background, you know, the foreground's lit and the background's real dark. There's some very seedy looking skies. I think that's what passed over. That's what we had over us when we took off. There's some more hee-haws. You guys talking back and forth to each other there across the... You're on your side of the tracks and I'm on my side of the tracks. Let's just keep it that way. So how's our old boat ramp looking here? Let's take the middle one here. Jeez. Listen to the roar of that freeway up there. Holy moly. Well, you can get down there. Wouldn't take the Spyder down there. That's a little excess of mud going on. Let that stick kicking up underneath this thing. Well, they've been using this boat ramp. It's all wet. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to fight off the silty look, but it's in there nonetheless. Man, look at them clouds moving. There's some time lapse for you right there. It's funny, you come out here in the summertime and how clear that water is. You can see miles deep down in it. And it's so much lower than that. God, in this summer, I mean, it was so dry for so long. And they're talking, you know, drought conditions. They're wondering if we're going to make it through winter and all this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what you're all worried about. By the time it actually gets to a dangerous level, the heavens will unleash and flood everything, and the crisis is over very quickly. That's one rickety old bridge. My mission was to fly today, though. My mission has been foiled. It's boring as hell flying around my house. It seems like that's all I ever do. You know, I get the urge to fly and I can't. And then you get a little break in the weather and you go fly. But it's funny, all summer long, not one time did I take that blade out and fly. When we had all that beautiful weather. But anyway, I appreciate you guys coming along with me for the ride today and the really lame quadcopter flight. Maybe Kelly and I will map something out and go venturing out somewhere tomorrow and see what we can come up with. It's supposed to be nice. Excuse me. It's supposed to be nicer tomorrow than it was today. Today is, I think it was supposed to be mostly rainy. We've gotten really lucky. Not sure how we got so lucky, but anyway, I gotta find some good places to fly. So we'll come up with something. I'm hell-bent to do the Meekler Road Bridge. I just need to figure out a good vantage point to go out there. I don't want to, you know, there's a bunch of people out there, you know, loading and unloading their boats and stuff like that. I'm sure they're a bunch of good old boys and probably just think that was fantastic, but, you know, really you don't want to be flying over them. So, anyway. I'll keep trying that. That's a goal of mine. I wanted to do that with the Blade, but ultimately just kind of the same thing. I chickened out. It's just afraid. But you know, now that you have FPV on the phone, you know, you can both watch it and, you know, see it from the copter's perspective, so that makes a big difference. But anyway, I'll rattle on about that some other time. Once again, thank you guys very much, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you now. Thanks.